What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, John Luke Garofalo and Joey Wright. How you guys doing today?
Yo,
we're here.
We're here.
Actually,
we are here.
I got to kill a rumor, Simon. You guys were saying last week that I was sick yesterday. Actually, I moved my family cross country to Seattle, Washington, and we started a family band. We're a Pearl Jam cover band called Jam Pearl. So that's what was really going on. But
this will be Joey's last show before that band goes on tour. Guys, joining us today, someone who's bought not a single ticket to any of Joey's family band performances is our friend Jake Ellenbogen. For those of you that do not know Jake, you can find him on Twitter at JKBogan. He is the CEO of Downtown Rams and hosts the Downtown Rams podcast, as well as the Off the Edge pod. Jake, thank you so much for taking the time to come on here with us today, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Good to see you again, my friend.
I missed you last time. I was going back through. We have our historian in here. I was not able to be on here last time, so I'm glad I made it. And speaking of our historian,
I don't think I won.
Didn't? Maybe Josh. I think it was you and Josh head to head.
I came really close. I missed I forget what question it was.
John Luke, you do not even have to guess who it was because we have our FYF historian here in the chat with the exact details of it. On May 3rd, 2022, also a Tuesday, Jake guessed it for the first time and played Pole Perception against Andrew Cooper and Nate Pole-Vote.
What a crew.
We all ditched you on that day, JL, and stuck you with Coop and Nate.
There you go.
Happens.
It's a pretty winning crew.
It's a great day.
What was going on that day where no one was here?
I don't remember.
I was thinking FSGA, but that's in June, so no, that wasn't.
And JL was there. We got some people in the chat ready for today's show, ready to play some games with us and Jake. Albert down here saying hello, everyone. What's up, Albert?
Welcome, Albert.
Albert.
We got Jay with the afternoon FYF effort.
Hey, Jay.
FYF.
There you go.
A couple too many F's in there. We had Craig in here.
Never too many F's.
Accepting props for being that historian. Ladarius saying good afternoon, all. What's up, Ladarius? And Grim with the Go Nuggets. Thought I'd wear the hat today. And then said, missed who was MVP. I'm going to be honest. I'm a poser. I just have a hat. I assume it was you. Was it, Joey? I see you nodding your head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. We got Scampers down here. It says, hello, FYF fam. What's up, Mr. Scampers?
What up, Scamps?
And Victor with our daily happy reminder of what day it is and an affirmation that we are still brochachas. What's up, Victor? Welcome,
what up, Victor?
My friend. Guys, before we get into our game of Jeopardy, a couple reminders. First and foremost, if you're not already following our friend Jake, remedy that immediately. You can find him on Twitter at JKBogan. It is right there below his handsome face on the screen. Or if you're watching us on our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy, you can find it in the description below as well. And while you're there, after you click on that link and follow Jake, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell. It's the easiest way to make sure you never miss us live every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. You guys ready to get into some Jeopardy?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really digging Jake's background. I'm really kind of hoping that Michael Myers is actually behind him and it's not a mask. And he some point
I hope that too rises.
It'd be so great.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. So one time, for Downtown Rams, I had Jordan Rodriguez, who's the best reporter, for the Rams. And she's like, I love hanging with you guys, but at any point, if that mask moves, I'm out. It's just all right, that's fair.
The ground rules.
You gotta rig that thing up on a little motor that just once every 6 hours it just turns. Know what I mean? Make it so it's not even regularly.
That would be cool. If I could get some remote thing where, maybe we hook it up with, one of those, I don't know, one of those Google, the plugs. Yeah, and you can control it on your phone. So, if I could, add a motor to it and have it turn its head every night. Yeah, I'd do that.
That'd be real subtle.
Yeah, real subtle. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then Spider-Man just screams, "I'm Spider-Man!" at the top of his lungs from behind you. Not so subtle.
Not even in Spider-Man.
That was a very deep Spider-Man side. I'm not gonna lie.
It's me, Spider-Man.
That's after 30 years when he still has to remind people that he's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, I'm a breaking kneecaps.
Spider-Dom.
Oh,
this is actually the next Into the Spider-Verse. We have all the
we're just
Spider-Man. Well, we had a question from Grim to kick us off today. Grim wanted to know about the reports on the Patriots rookie Malik Cunningham transitioning to wide receiver. Jake, do you have any opinion on if this is going to be a successful transition for him? We've seen it tried a couple times here in the NFL.
I'm going to be brutally honest with you. He wasn't making it as a quarterback. He was my lowest grade quarterback, when watching. I think I ranked like 16 this year. And I mean, it's really weird because like Atwell, when he was there, Tutu Atwell, his second to last season, I thought Malik Cunningham looked really good. His last season, I don't know what happened. And he never really recovered from that. There was just like a steep downfall. So I think, moving to wide receiver with that athleticism, kind of similar to, as it's mentioned right there, Julian Edelman, makes sense. I think this is your last ditch effort to try to make it in the league. It makes a lot of sense. If not, he might go back to quarterback and play in the USFL or XFL. But I mean, this is his opportunity to stay in the NFL, carve out a role as a wide receiver, and do it on a roster and an organization that does not care where you're drafted. I mean, we've seen it before. There's a reason why Belichick has, Mac Jones as a rookie wearing number 50, where having these guys, they have to earn their stripes. He doesn't look at, there's no preferential treatment. And if anything, I think, Bailey Zappi has a chance to be the starter down the road. And that kind of goes to show you, though, like we draft talent and we don't care where we draft it. We give everyone a fair shot. And I mean, Tom Brady, who's the best in, their history, was an undrafted rookie free agent. So our 6th round pick, 199. So that really tells you all you need to know. Like you can come out of nowhere, Edelman, Wes Welker. I mean, I think, Malik Cunningham has a shot. I do as a wide receiver, not as a quarterback.
When you say Bailey Zappi, it just makes my heart skip a beat. I've never gone into a hype train more willingly and head first than I did to that one when he got the start out there. But I agree with what you're saying. We see it to varying degrees of success, right? There's guys like, I don't know, Braxton Miller probably would have never played a single snap in the NFL as a quarterback, but he was able to play a little bit. He's not in the NFL anymore. Terrell Pryor, similar, was able to get a couple snaps of wide receiver. So this is a guy that I'm not sitting here drafting him thinking like, oh, I got this late round sleeper, but I'm with you. He'll have a shot, and we've seen people who are just good at sports come out here and make it. Maybe not at the position they played in college.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if he can run routes, he's got a shot. If you can create separation in this league, I mean, I'll say this: I like his shot more than I liked N'Keal Harry's shot as a first rounder. I did not like N'Keal Harry. I didn't see it working out. The guy couldn't separate at all in college, and we just kind of turned a blind eye to it because his highlights were fun, right? Like, oh, this guy really turns heads, and what I didn't see it. And so, really, if he's able to separate at the next level, then he's going to be able to play.
Yeah. We got Calvin in here. What's up, Calvin? Says, sup, FYF fam.
What up, Calvin?
Welcome, Cal. Glad to have you in here. Mr. Scamper saying, New Jersey Christian Bale Spider-Man. Yeah, it's a new movie coming out.
Oh, what about Leo DiCaprio, right?
Well, he's busy. God. He's the new Aquaman, I'm pretty sure. He's the Minnesota Aquaman starring Leonardo DiCaprio. I
mean, don't tell James Cameron that. He's still talking about that denied Spider-Man movie, He mentions it every single year. He's like, oh, by the way, don't forget, they canceled that on me. All right, guy.
They canceled it because he just wouldn't give up on the underwater scene. He demanded on having an underwater Spider-Man scene, and the physics of they're like, James, it just doesn't make sense.
Do you guys know what Sony traded to get the rights to Spider-Man?
I actually forgot.
Fantastic Four.
It's the rights to 007, the James Bond franchise.
Oh,
they traded for Spider-Man.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen way more Spider-Man movies than James Bond movies. An infinite number more.
JL, your mind right now is doing exactly what mine. Are you trying to think who won that trade?
Yeah, I don't.
It's hard to say.
My heart says Spider-Man, but I don't.
Well, it's definitely Spider-Man. Here's why. Because whoever acquires Spider-Man gets the rights to all the merch, which has really kept Sony afloat, if we're being honest. Their merchandise is incredible. Merch. No one's buying James Bond merch, right? Like, I mean, so I think really what it comes down to is, and what we often forget about intellectual properties, is that when you look at, the merchandise and what that's bringing in, it doesn't even matter necessarily. It's why, the last No Way Home had 3 suits for no reason. I mean, why did it do it? It's to sell toys. Right. Merchandise, like,
because they're sick as hell and it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's how Sony's even alive right now. Like, Sony Studios at some point is probably just going to have to mail it in, but Spider-Man's keeping them alive.
When I used to collect comic books, they would release variant covers, and they're $4 a piece, and the new issue would come out once a month. But instead of spending $4, I would spend $12 every month because I would want all 3 versions of it. It's the same exact effing comic book. It just has a different cover on it that I'm spending a little bit more money on because I wanted to be a completionist collecting it over there.
hey, it's real, man. It's real stuff.
Well, guys, maybe there will be some Spider-Man questions in today's game, but we're going to get into it to find out. John Luke is running our game for us. He and our friend G-Man J put together a game of fantasy football Jeopardy that we're going to be playing. If you've ever watched the popular TV show Jeopardy, it's going to run a lot like that, but with a couple small changes. First and foremost, most of these questions, emphasis on most, will be about NFL or fantasy football. We are also going to be going in turn order instead of buzzing in. So on your turn, you will select a category and a point value. Get it right, you're going to add that to your score. Get it wrong, we're not subtracting for incorrect answers here. There is one other twist to this game that is not in the normal TV show Jeopardy. If you get your question right, you will get to pick the category for the person that goes after you. So Jake, you're going to be going first in this game, and you'll get to pick any question on the board. Start wherever you want. If you get that right, you'll get to pick for whoever is going after you in the game. We'll go like this till we run out of time, run out of questions, or run out of bandwidth to stream anymore. I got that cheap internet, at which point we will move into fantasy football Jeopardy. Or not fantasy football Jeopardy, final Jeopardy. It is one more question where you will write down a wager. Get the question right, you're going to add that money to your score. Get it wrong, we are subtracting it. Whoever has the most money at the end of that is our champion for today. And Jake, as long as you send us your fax number, we'll get that Kohl's cash to you fresh, crisp, and within 48 business hours.
We don't guarantee that they're not expired.
It is what it is.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right. The categories I got for you all today, starting with, can I get your number? I'm going to give you a player, or I'm sorry, I'm going to give you, I can't remember. I'm going to either give you a player or a jersey number, and you got to tell me the other one.
No.
Yeah. Coaches in their playbooks, I'm going to describe a coach. You guys got to tell me which coach it is, which coach I'm describing. Grab bag can be anything at all.
Oh.
Second is the best, has something to do with second place. And big boys has to do with, of course, the biggest boys of them all, the linemen, offensive and defensive. All right, Jake, you are going first in today's game of fantasy football Jeopardy. And such, you may pick your own category and your own question value. So where would you like to start us off today, my friend?
I'm going to go with 500. Can I get your number?
500. Can I get your number? Yes, you can. Dameon Pierce. What number is he?
Oh, my God. I'm totally blanking. Let's see.
Yeah, what is that? I knew that one. I'm so good at player numbers. I know all of them.
No, I normally am. Man, I want to say single digit, and I feel like that's wrong, but I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna go with 4.
4. Show me 4.
Did you all see me dying right there?
Oh, it's 31. Oh my God.
Number 31.
He's number one in my heart.
That's what I meant.
That's almost a point. That's funny. Jake, how are you feeling about Dameon Pierce next year? He had the hype. He had a pretty good rookie season, but his draft capital is a cause for concern. You think he has fantasy viability? What are you doing with Dameon Pierce if you have him on your roster?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good about him. Obviously the injury sucks and everything. He's going to have a 1,000-yard season. I think he just missed it. But no, I think what we saw out of the first season kind of gave the Texans something. Okay, we have him long term. Now we go out, we get CJ Stroud, and I think he'll fit in that offense well. I feel good about him if I'm a fantasy owner of Dameon Pierce for sure.
Oh, I know that's music to Joey's ears.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to choose Joey's next category here. Let me give you your points. 500.
No,
you did not get that right.
You
don't get to choose Joey. Quit trying to trick me, Jake.
I wasn't trying to trick you. I was just letting it happen. Jedi mind trick
right,
over
Joey.
here.
That reminds
Joey,
me,
you get to pick your own category.
that's like reminds me of my room. Why am I saying my roommate? Tim, our friend Tim, Front Yard Fantasy in college. His internship double deposited one of his paychecks, and he thought, oh, I guess I get an extra paycheck, and spent
their fault.
Spent all that money over the course of the next semester, and then one day woke up with negative money in his bank account because they found out and took that whole paycheck out. Jake, you're lucky you found out now before Final Jeopardy.
Yeah.
We could have ended up negative.
Oh, you could have been in the hole for so much K cash.
Oh man,
whew, that would have been terrible.
I'm gonna go grab back 300.
Grab back 300. Name a single member of the Backstreet Boys.
Nick Carter.
Nick Carter is correct. I would have also accepted any of those other names that are in that
I
list.
100% would have named.
I almost said Nick Lachey.
Without a doubt, I would have said someone in sync on accident.
I would have said Aaron Carter by accident.
Those are the two traps I was hoping for. Was in sync, and someone would say Aaron Carter because those are the two things I would fall
Either
for.
Joey Fatone or Aaron Carter. That's what I would have said.
I peed next to Chris Kirkpatrick one time at a concert.
Oh,
From NSYNC. Yeah, I looked over.
Did you say hi?
I went to the sink, looked, and I was like, "Oh, that's Chris Kirkpatrick," and I just peed next to him. I said hello.
I feel like everyone has a slightly off connection or story with an early 2000s male pop star, like late 90s, early 2000s. Like I dated Aaron Carter's public defender when he got a DUI, but it was just like
so random. That's so much more random than you sold it as.
oh man. I mean, I was chilling at the mall and the Jonas Brothers walked in and
That's pretty cool.
like our really
connection.
small mall at the time. This wasn't like, I mean, I'm by Crossgates and that's a pretty big mall. We've had like Drake Bell and whatnot play there, but like Jonas Brothers early on were just like walking through the food court and they were being escorted to the bathroom. And I always found that hilarious. They were on my school's milk carton when I was a kid. So,
are those the kids from
Jonas
It's
Jonas Brothers brand milk.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they got I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to be less grim about the milk card because we all knew we know what that meant back in the day. Now it no longer means that because it'd be like a missing kid on a milk carton. But I was like, just let's put Jonas Brothers on there.
I got the Kevin flavor.
I love the Nick Lachey comment. That made my day.
Scampers.
That's
was
what
it 98 degrees? Is that what? Yeah. Okay. I remembered.
We have a thing in Orlando because I live in Orlando where all these boy bands come from. And we have a thing called Red Hot and Boom, and Nick Lachey played there. And I went to like this after party, and he was there in like a room that I wasn't allowed to go in, but he was there. I didn't.
That's
see
cool.
him, I'm like, oh, can I go in that room? Like, no, Nick Lachey's in there. I was like, oh, okay. What's he doing?
Don't ask. Don't ask questions. Showbiz. Being a star.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you get to pick Simon's next category.
Simon, because I know you, I'm sorry. No, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna send you to big boys.
Yes. 300.
300. Who is the Hall of Fame offensive tackle who played his entire career with the Cincinnati Bengals and is widely considered one of the greatest linemen in NFL history?
Oh my God. This should be 100.
Munoz, Deacon Jones, or Walter Jones?
Well, Jake, something you're about to discover is there's a couple people on this show whose NFL memory ends prior to like, I don't know, 6 months ago. They wipe everything.
Men in Black style.
So this is going to be shot in the dark.
Man.
Walter Jones.
Wait, are you?
What? Walter Jones is incorrect.
It's Anthony Munoz, my guy.
Anthony Munoz.
Fun fact, he called me up and asked me to do an interview with him. So that's how
that's cool.
Yeah. No, I swear to God.
Pretty sick. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was working at my bad job at the time, so I had to find a job that I didn't want to do, and it was like 7 a.m. and he calls me from Radio Row. He's like, "Yeah, we have Anthony Munoz on for you." I was like, "Oh, okay," and I'm barely awake and just like kind of I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool.
That's pretty cool. And
why do I have this weird memory of Anthony Munoz playing for the Chargers too? But that's completely wrong. But why do I?
Yeah, Walter Jones was that dominant Seattle Seahawk tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And then Deacon Jones. I mean, come on.
I see Jay down here with the Simon. Jay, I'm assuming you wrote that question. And
no, he did not.
You wrote that question?
Yeah, I did.
Stink ass. You don't even like historical players.
Yeah, that's why I throw them in here to mess with you all, ruin your Tuesday.
Oh, I love historical players.
I got criticized on air for putting old people in Jeopardy like 2 weeks ago.
That's payback for yesterday's game, Simon.
That's fair.
Jake, we're back to you, and you get to choose your own category and question back.
Oh, nice. I'll go with Big Boys for 400.
Big Boys 400.
Boys.
Who is the Minnesota Vikings defensive tackle, a member of the Purple People?
Alan Page.
and it's Alan Page. I'm not even gonna finish.
Told you
it.
I like my my old school history, all that. So yeah, Alan Page, badass.
Alan Page. Joey, did you know that one?
I can say I did.
You could. Now we'll never know.
I knew
People
two
Eaters
that
is-
it
All right,
wasn't, so I'd have been 50-50.
Is a badass name for a defensive unit, though. The Purple People Eaters.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like we don't get sick nicknames for like what the Legion of Boom is the most recent like unit nickname that we've had. Is there another like unit nickname?
Didn't the Philly defense have?
You had
the Super Bowl Philly
the
defense
no-fly
have a
zone
name?
in Denver.
Yeah.
The mob squad with the Rams.
Jalen Waddle's penguin dance kind of counts.
Yeah, there's not really many unit nicknames.
Right?
They tried to make, all right, as a Rams fan, I gotta say I'm not accepting this. They tried to make the greatest show on surf a thing, and I hated it. So we're not doing it.
Yeah. I'm with you, Jake. I will
We're not
jump
about
behind you on not being behind the greatest show on surf.
We're not about that at all.
Thank you, Craig. I have corrected my mistake. Jake, you have been awarded your 400 points.
Sick.
Joey, quit trying to steal points. My God. Jeez, you're here every day, man. Why are you trying to cheat? You know better. All right, Jake, you got that right.
You did. You got 400.
And now you get to choose Joey's category.
We're gonna go
That's how
with
this game works.
grab bag for 100.
Grab.
Oh, you don't
or
get to
he-
pick my
He
value.
gets to choose a question value.
You wanna
But grab
re-choose my
bag,
category?
Joey?
Oh, no, grab bag.
We'll go 400.
Okay.
Grab bag 400. Joey, spell the following word.
So Ganatsky to use it in a sentence.
Miscellaneous.
Oh,
I do not. Oh boy.
Can I write? Or do I just have to spell it?
Just spell.
MISCELLIOUS.
IOUS. You said MISCLLIOUS, correct?
ENIOUS.
You spell the whole thing again
Okay.
for me.
Miscellaneous. MIL. Oh wait, I quit.
just do it, you buffoon. Spell the gosh dang word.
CELLELINOOUS. Oh man.
IOUS.
Oh
Okay.
my lord.
Joey, I'm pretty sure you just spelled misallowing in it.
Joey, what you spelled? I asked you to spell miscellaneous. You spelled that as MISCELLEL
Yeah.
IOUS.
Misallowance.
Correct.
It's
Well, I
like
guess not
banana.
correct. It's locked in now.
Yeah, it's like banana. I don't know
We're
when
not
to
doing
stop
that
with the
again.
A and A's on banana when I spell banana. I just keep going. So yeah.
That is very incorrect, Joey.
I was told there would be no spelling
Miscellaneous.
today, so that's fine.
You were told wrong. Who told you that?
I don't know.
Well, no points for you on this one, Joey. Simon, that means you get to choose your next category. Where would you like to go?
Grab bag 500. Let's just get it off the board.
Grab bag 500. You got it. Which of the following is a soda flavor I made up? Bacon, pickle juice, smoked salmon pate, turkey and gravy, open-faced roast beef sandwich, teriyaki beef jerky, butter, celery, or placenta.
Is that supposed to say polenta?
No, it is
Okay, I
not.
just wanted to confirm that was not supposed. I've looked up. I love soda. I've looked up weird sodas a lot. I know some of these are for sure true. I know bacon is a real soda. I know pickle juice is a real soda.
I'm gonna be sick.
I will not drink most of these. Some of these are too
So most of these.
specific. If part of me thinks placenta is the fake one, and it was just put in there because it was so ridiculous that you didn't think I would pick placenta because you would think I would think that's so ridiculous it has to be true. Or maybe there's a company, people do eat the placenta after birth, that turns it into a soda for you to consume, a probiotic pro placenta soda. I'm
You say pro placenta.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Front Yard Fantasy, Jake.
A fantasy football show.
Turkey and gravy sounds real. They'd put that out around Thanksgiving. I'm between placenta. Can't decide if that real. I've had celery flavored beverages. That seems like it would be real. So I'm between smoked salmon pate, open faced roast beef sandwich, and placenta. I'm going to go with placenta. I'm going to say placenta is the fake one.
All right, going with placenta. And that is incorrect, Simon.
So
The
close.
correct answer is the open.
I was actually going to
roast
say
beef
the
sandwich.
open face roast beef sandwich, just because the sandwich at the end, that just sounds ridiculous.
Beef was on there twice. It had to be one of the beefs was not right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking, why would they have to specify the physical form, open face versus closed face, if it's in a beverage?
I looked
seen,
up
like,
the placenta.
fried
It is
chicken
a
and
real
waffle
thing.
Fries like sodas before. So sometimes they get weirdly specific.
Sometimes they do. And the chat was some of the chat got this one. The rest of the chat was just as confused as you guys. Sully said, I really want it to be open faced roast beef.
Roast.
Good news, Sully. I hope you're
Round
happy.
one. Fight.
And Grimpan said butter soda is sold at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Is that the butter
beer?
beer?
Yeah.
It's good, too.
Okay.
And I
That is
had
fantastic.
All right.
I had celery flavored pulque at a pulqueria in Mexico City while getting pickpocketed by a very kind and charming pickpocketer. He charmed our socks off while he stole everything out of our bag.
Oh my God.
He didn't steal
What
everything,
an
but he stole a
experience.
lot of pesos and our tickets to the ballet. He stole all the cash out of our bag, but he like invited us over to his table and like bought us all these drinks. And we're sitting there in this crazy loud place. I'm like, man, how friendly of this man. Then we left here like, that
That's
checks
why.
out.
There it is. Sully here says closed roast beef sandwich a legit soda? The open face would go flat. No, it's a legitimate question. Yeah,
Sully,
it's a
that was
legitimate
I like
question.
that. That was good.
Also, Victor said that was me, Simon. Thanks for the pesos.
Hope you enjoyed the ballet.
Now I'm going to go to
Oh,
Mexico
man.
for next year's Scott Fishbowl draft. Someone's going to come and talk to me and be like, no, go away.
No,
Be like, man, this Americans.
All right, Jake,
Awful.
you get to choose your own category and question value here, my friend. Where would you like
I'm
to go?
thinking big boys for 500.
oh baby,
Big boys, 500. And Jake, I think you found the question put in here specifically for you. What nickname was given to the Los Angeles Rams defensive line in the 1960s and early 1970s, featuring players like Deacon Jones and Merlin Olsen?
The fearsome foursome. Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Rosie Greer, and Lamar Lundy. And you know who doesn't get enough credit in that whole thing? He actually had 26 sacks unofficially. Coy Bacon.
Coy Bacon. Two of Jay's favorite things.
He didn't do that with the Rams. He went to, at the time, the Washington Redskins, and he had 26 unofficial sacks. Obviously, the sacks weren't an official stat until, I believe, 1981 or 1982. So, yeah.
Dang. All right. Well done. That is absolutely correct. I didn't even hit the answer button. You were correct. It is the fearsome foursome. Jake, putting you in the lead here, and you get to choose Joey's next category.
We are going to go with big boys.
All right.
Big boys. All right, Joey, 1 or 200.
200. But Jake, I want to let you know that my best friend's parents live next to Jack Youngblood.
Oh,
And he
really?
Mows his lawn. He mows his lawn with a big rolling pin. So yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
like a
My
golf
dad,
course green. Yeah, he's got huge hands.
my dad actually grew up next to Jim Youngblood. That's why I'm a Rams fan. As a
nice.
kid. Yeah. So they're not related. I just think that's funny between the Youngbloods.
I think it's funny too. Big boys.
We got Craig in
200.
here saying
What's going? Coy Bacon.
Coy Bacon is a great grilling meal. Sounds like I don't know. if
Bacon
you can
wrapped
eat
koi. That on my
You said
burger.
200, correct?
I did.
Yeah.
All right, big boys, 200. Joey,
Mhm.
who is the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive tackle known as Mean Joe, who's the cornerstone of the Steel Curtain defense in the 70s?
Mean Joe Green.
Joe Green is absolutely correct. That's 200. Right in your bank, Joey. Where are you sending Simon?
I'm going to send Simon to the number 1. Can I get your number?
Can I get your number, Simon?
400, and let's hope we get lucky. I'm so bad at numbers. God,
400.
I
Deontay
have
Johnson.
no clue. And if we're being honest, I don't even know what numbers positions are allowed to have.
That's fair. That's fair.
So this guess could just be like immediately wrong. I'm picturing a double-digit number. Let's see, running down the field, drops the ball, and then he stands up.
Again.
Who is it? What number is on his jersey? 41.
41
Shit.
is incorrect. It's number 18.
Yeah, I see it now. I see it
Now it makes
Now-
You should just
now-
pictured a ball bouncing off a number. You would have got it right away.
immediately.
Yeah. Deontay Johnson, who last year, I don't know, his stat logs seem like they were made up, just no touchdowns. Jake, how are you feeling about Deontay Johnson going into next season?
Well, I mean, I love his ability to get off the line of scrimmage and, obviously his release and everything. I thought he got the drops down, well 2 years ago. This past year, though, I don't know. It felt like it wasn't. Maybe it was a combination of just the fact that he had Mitch Trubisky and then a rookie quarterback that was kind of, he had a little bit of a growing pain moment. And I think towards the end of the year, you saw what Kenny Pickett can become. I think this year he's going to be in for it, for a better season. George Pickens, deep down the field, Allen Robinson deep down the field, Calvin Austin's back, and hopefully he's going to have like a role. So, I think he's not a wide receiver 1, but maybe a low end wide receiver 2, flex kind of hybrid. Yeah,
I think Deontay.
It does feel like there's value with Deontay Johnson, mainly because he's been at some point in time, we recognized he had talent. And it feels like the situation has changed around him, like Jake, you're alluding to. But I like following that talent. And the touchdown thing, that going into last season, I'm not worried about. I think he'll be fine. The targets were there, which is really what I want to see.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett threw like 5 touchdowns, so I'm not going to hold it against him.
Right.
I think what gets me whenever I'm looking at how this Steelers wide receiver room is being viewed is because of the turmoil you're talking about at quarterback last season, rookie quarterback and Mitch Trubisky. There's a lot of uncertainty around the wide receiver room as a whole, and it just seems to be assumed that Pickens is going to be the one that emerges as things clear up as the wide receiver 1 in this offense. When I've seen nothing but Deontay Johnson be the one in that offense, even on limited sample size from Pickens. So I tend to lean towards Johnson still, but I just don't like the assumption that we're going to see Pickens completely supersede him when we haven't seen that yet.
He's going really far.
I'll do you one better, by the way. I think Allen Robinson could be wide receiver 1 in that room. No, I thought he was going to lead the league in receiving last year. And honestly, he might have. And here's why. Cooper Kupp, double team rate and everything. Allen Robinson, no one was more open than him on the Rams last year. Big reason that hurt him. 1, the offensive line was pitiful. Stafford had no time to throw. 2, Stafford's elbow. He didn't allow him to actually, get anything going with Allen Robinson. Didn't really have many reps in training camp. So for the most part, people didn't realize that John Wolford was throwing at Allen Robinson. So then week 1 starts, and it's like Cooper Kupp is the only guy that Matthew Stafford trusts. And, the offensive line isn't good. So it's like, hey, I don't really have time to try to make Allen Robinson work. I just got to get it to Cooper Kupp because I have no time to throw. Then you look into the fact that like Van Jefferson was hurt, the first half of the season. Everyone looks at that. Oh, that's good for Allen Robinson, except for the fact it's not. That means now, you're more likely to see, guys on Allen Robinson, guys on Cooper Kupp. There's not a third guy taking away attention. You're not looking at like Ben Skoranek and thinking, oh crap, Ben Skoranek's going to kill us. So that was really the thing. And I think when you look at Allen Robinson, people are going to be kind of, pushed away from the lack of, production the last 2 years and, is it injuries and whatnot. But when I saw this guy, high point the ball in the end zone, go up and high point the ball and really box out defenders like he's a power forward, near the sideline, he still has it. He still has that ability. He had the foot injury last year, missed the second half of the season. I wanted to see what he could do with Baker Mayfield because I think we could have seen something. But with Kenny Pickett now in year 2, he kind of gets, thrown right in there without having to worry about those growing pains that Kenny Pickett was experiencing in year 1. So I think this is just a perfect fit for A-Rob, and I think he could turn into the number 1 receiver. I really believe that.
Post hype sleeper. I'm not sure how many hype and sleepers to put in there, but it's like a post hype bust sleeper, hype breakout sleeper.
I think we got to start getting into scientific notation.
I mean, 1,400 yards with Blake Bortles, never count out Allen Robinson.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Yeah, I
see.
got that one
Simon,
right.
did not get
So
that
you can
one.
add my money, and then I'll pick Jake's next
You did.
category.
41 was Alvin Kamara's number, not Deontay Johnson, who we were just talking about. Almost forgot about that. All right, Jake, we're back to you, and you get to choose your own category and question value. Where would you like to go?
Let's go with second is the best for 500.
Second is the best for 500. Justin Jefferson led the NFL in 2022 with 128 receptions. Who was the second with 119? A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Austin Eckler, CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, or Travis Kelce?
All right, let's eliminate Tyreek Hill, Austin Eckler, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and now I think it's between A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Stephon Diggs, and Travis Kelce. Thinking about it, it's definitely not Tyreek Hill. Stephon Diggs. It's not Lamb.
Did you mean to list placenta as an option here?
Oh, you know what? I did.
I don't think it's A.J. Brown either. So I think it's between Stephon Diggs and Travis Kelce. And I am going to go with Stephon Diggs.
That's what I was thinking.
Stephon Diggs is incorrect.
Oh, wow. It was Tyreek Hill. 119
119
receptions. Didn't he miss a couple games? Like, that's impressive. I don't know.
Right? Tyreek Hill.
That's impressive.
And then-
And he didn't have two of the whole season.
I know. It's wild. Truly wild. And these other names are names that really get attached to these high reception, high target numbers.
Yeah.
Which I think makes this one tricky for sure.
No, that's a good one. I like that question.
All right. Joey, you get to choose your own value.
I'm gonna
for
do
category.
what's your number for 300?
What's your number? Can I get your number for 300? Derrick Henry.
God, why am I blanking on this?
I'm blanking on it too. What the hell?
Holy cow. It's that number that's really big. It's in the 40s, I think.
This was me picturing just a really big number. It was like the number is this big.
It's so big.
It's like it's just one of the biggest numbers on a running back.
I mean, to be fair, their number font makes the numbers look like abnormally huge.
So it's not just me visualing like just such a physically large number.
Yeah, it's just massive. Like,
what's it going to be, Joe?
I can't picture it.
Original ones.
And I accidentally saw the chat, so I'm not going to cheat. So I'm going to just say nothing.
All right.
Because there's a number.
Nothing. And the number was 22. 22.
Nice job, nerds in the chat.
Nerds in the chat. The chat got this one. Ladarius, 22. Everybody. I'm not going to name everybody. Put 22. You're all copying Ladarius anyway. He was the first one.
It was so big.
By 1 second.
20 was like stretched to double the size. That's why I was thinking 40s.
Yeah, 100%.
That makes sense. All right, Simon. You get to choose your own category and value.
You know what? Let's explore that category that hasn't been gone to yet. Let's go coaches in their playbooks for 500.
Coaches in their playbooks for 500.
Yeah, I'm in that mode where this is
This coach is famous for his power sweep play.
I'm getting out of the chat just so I have. Why did I choose this?
I don't know. I don't know.
This coach is famous for their power sweep play. I'll go with this is. I don't even know whether to go with a modern coach or a historical coach whenever we're giving guesses here. Like I'm having trouble even determining.
Or an imaginary.
Yeah. Do I go? Yeah, I'll just start naming coaches from movies. Is this The Rock?
Bobby Boucher?
I'll go with Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
That's incorrect.
Jake or Joe, you guys know this one?
No, not even close.
This is tough. Vince Lombardi.
Oh, okay.
Known for his power sweep.
I think
Simon,
had I
he's not a
decided
modern
to
coach.
go historical coach, that would have just been the name that I said.
Maybe
Like that
I
would
do.
have just been one of the first names to come to mind. Damn.
Nice.
I'm going to keep pot committing to picking the highest values to try to catch up and end with 0.
We got some guesses in the chat. Grim said Henry Winkler. And we got Familia Eva Visa, John McKay.
All right.
All right, you guys
Let's
ready?
do it.
Get in the next one. All right, Simon, you got that one
Incorrect.
wrong. So Jake, you are up again. You get to choose your own category and value here.
I mean, I was thinking about padding the lead, but I'll take a risk and go with 400. Second is the best.
Second is the best.
I'll
400.
probably regret it.
Jamal Williams led the NFL in 2022 with 17 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, and Austin Eckler tied for the second most. How many rushing touchdowns did those players have?
I think
Also, Ladarius got Lombardi.
nice job with Darius.
Nice.
I
pull.
mean, I remember like Jamal Williams was so much further ahead than everyone else. I'm gonna say 12.
12. Final answer?
Yes, final answer.
Well, I goofed this up.
What?
This is the
What is happening?
This is actually the question. It was supposed to be multiple choice. I messed this up.
Oh,
How many rushing touchdowns? You were supposed to have an option. I accidentally put the options in the answer category. So we're going to rewind here for a second.
okay.
Jake, I'm going to repose this question. How many rushing touchdowns did those players have? 9, 11, 13, or 15?
Okay.
I was just thinking that's tough.
I know it's not 11 or 9, so it's between 13 and 15. I felt like Jamal Williams had a considerable lead, so I'm going to go with 13.
You're going with 13. And the correct answer is, I don't have it on there, so it's 13.
Oh, let's go.
Well done. 13 is correct, Jake, giving you an additional 400, and you get to choose Joey's next category.
All right, I'm going to go with big boys.
100.
Big boys. Crib fire, JL. Do it. I dare you. Big boys. All right, 100, Joey.
Yep.
What offensive line position is often tasked with protecting the quarterback's blind side, particularly in a right-handed quarterback's formation?
The left tackle.
He says with
Left
supreme
tackle.
confidence.
Yeah.
Is correct.
That
Well done,
should
Joey.
not have been a $100 question. The
I thought it was a
question
$100
should.
question.
That should have been a
Who hikes
dollar
the
question.
ball? Who hikes the ball? I would have got that one. That was a $100 question.
All right, Joe, you got that one correct. So you get to choose Simon's next category.
Simon, coaches in their playbooks.
100.
100. This coach is known for his strategic brilliance and has won multiple Super Bowls using diverse and adaptive game plans.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick is absolutely correct,
Cool, I'll
Simon. And
take
you
it.
are on the board, my friend.
I'm in the game now, baby.
It's
I just
funny how general that question is.
Yeah.
But you know exactly who they're talking
You
about.
know.
That's why I said it like that. I was just
You're
like,
like-
this could be 30 different, or not 30. This could be any coach who's won multiple Super Bowls, but
Oh my God.
Bill
I love
Belichick.
that.
Yep, that was Bill Belichick. Well done, Simon. Now you get to choose Jake's next category.
also Craig said, "Yay, Simon!" and Tim said, "Simon, back in it, baby."
Let's go.
Here we go. Don't call it a comeback. Jake sends you to grab bag.
All right, I'll take 200. Grab bag.
Grab bag 200. In rugby sevens, how long is each half of a match?
I don't know. 30 minutes? I have no idea.
30 minutes is incorrect. It's
How is
7
that
minutes.
a 200-point question?
There's no more.
I know JL wrote that question because he was talking about rugby this week on Twitter. He's like, man, I
Oh,
forgot how much I
That's
love
true.
rugby.
That's
I've
true.
Rugby
never
sevens.
watched rugby. I played one EA Sports rugby game, and it was absolutely terrible. That is my only experience ever even consuming rugby.
Well, seven. It is a very backwards connection, but we
I
move
just
on.
immediately skipped over the number 7 in there and assumed that was the number of people on the field.
All right.
It is.
They
They just really like the number 7, I think.
I'm gonna
Also-
go
All right,
so good.
What's up, Jorge?
Joey.
Welcome in.
What up, Warhead? Joey, you are up next.
Second is
and you
the-
get to choose your own category and question value.
Second is the best for 300.
Second is the best for 300. Patrick Mahomes led the NFL in 2022 with 41 passing touchdowns. Dak Prescott and Davis Mills led the NFL in interceptions with 15. Which quarterback finished second in both touchdown passes and interceptions? with 35 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith, or Josh Allen?
It's Josh Allen because Geno Smith didn't have 30. Did Cousins have 30? I think he had 29. Yeah, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Is absolutely correct, Joey.
Woohoo!
Well, I'll give you 300.
I felt like I knew that one, and I was going to be really puzzled if I got it wrong. Okay, I'm going to send Simon to coaches in their playbooks.
Thanks. 300.
300. This head coach, known for his aggressive play calling, made a surprise onside kick to start the second half of Super Bowl.
Super Bowl
X-Live.
XL, so that would be 44. Super Bowl 44, which
Nailed
means we are on Super Bowl 53 next year, I think. Or did we just do 53? So this is
we're on 57 now. Or 58.
Oh shit. So this is a long time ago. Damn.
This is 44.
Yeah, this is 14 years ago.
Super Bowl 44. 14 years ago, I was 14, which means I was a freshman in high school.
Why do they use Italian numbers for an American?
Because it looks so badass. It really does.
It's so spiky. It's such a spiky numbers.
I mean, I got it right here, right? This thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I gotta have the one where, of course, the Rams won the Super Bowl. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Okay. If this was 14 years ago, I was 14, which means this was a freshman in high school, which would be 2008 or 2009. I only have one frame of reference for that time period, which is the Saints winning a Super Bowl, but I don't remember anything about that, but I'll guess Sean Payton.
Sean Payton is absolutely correct, Simon.
Simon! Let's go.
Pull that out of nowhere. Let's go.
It was the Roman numerals that saved me on that one. Whew.
Not Italian.
Honestly, Jake gifted me that one by confirming that Super Bowl 44 was 14 years ago. It gave me a frame of reference.
That gave
you deserved it.
That was the missing key.
You deserved it.
You needed it. It's free.
Thanks for the pity points, guys.
All right, Simon. Will you have a chance to return the favor or not here? Well, where are you sending Jake?
Jake, let's send you to Can I Get Your Number? You seem to like that.
200.
200. Cooper
Oh
Kupp.
my God, if I got this wrong. Pitchforks and torches, number 10.
Careful,
he was
careful.
number 18. He's number 10 now.
Number 10 is absolutely correct. Well done, Jake.
Thank you.
They just took the belts off the 8.
What are the odds I've gotten 3 Rams-centric questions?
You've picked them all out. Yeah, I was surprised.
That's crazy.
Jake, you get to choose Joey's next category here. Where do you want to send
Grab
him?
bag.
All right, Joey, you have one option here.
100.
What is Mario and Luigi's last name?
I know this one.
It's Mario and Luigi Mario.
Mario is correct. Mario, and Luigi Mario.
I had no idea of that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, no idea.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
just
know.
like
I wonder what the thought process was there for their parents.
And they did it with the first one. Know what I mean? You would think like the second one would be the one where they go, I don't know, just name a Mario. But they gave up immediately. And with the second one, they were like, oh shoot, well, we already used Mario.
It's like
I guess now we'll get creative.
yeah, it's like one of those bad auto, like the 2K baseball games, so they would have like auto names and whatnot. You would get the same name, like James or something. Like it's the same thing.
It's just randomizing the same
Yeah,
collection.
it is exactly.
Sully said plumber, Mario plumber.
I like that
In a world
more.
where you're just named your own profession.
There's a TikToker who has a series of videos just demanding that his last name is Sunshine. It's right there on the game, you idiot. Super Mario Sunshine. But
Sunshine.
does it just to inflame people that like get mad for saying like, no, it's Mario. So the entire comments are just people like livid. Like, just like, I don't know. Like, you guys are idiots. It's right here on the game. Mario Sunshine.
My God.
Mario.
I think
His
they
Brother
say it in the
Luigi
movie.
Mansion.
Yeah, dude, we need a Luigi's Mansion movie. I'm starting that petition.
Ooh.
That like 3 minutes of the Super Mario Brothers movie is my favorite part of the movie.
It is
It's
phenomenal.
so good.
All right, Joey, you get to choose Simon's next category.
Coaches in their playbooks.
The turn.
All right,
I guess
Simon.
this is my category. 400.
400. This coach is credited with developing the West Coast offense.
Probably an older guy. Let's go with Madden.
Madden
Oh,
is incorrect. This is Bill
Well, that one I
Walsh.
should have
my
gotten.
guy.
Yeah, I definitely should have gotten that one.
oh,
Bill Walsh. Someone mentioned him in the comments earlier, and I was like, please don't bring him up. Please don't bring him up. The minute somebody starts talking about Bill Walsh, this question is
You
done.
mean the Pacific Transgression?
The Pacific Transgression. Well, oh yeah, that was
West
that again?
Coast
Oh yeah,
offense.
West Coast. That was what it was. Yeah, from yesterday's game.
Tupac? I don't know.
We got a ton of guesses in the chat, but one I want to highlight. Mr. Scamper said Shanahan. Unclear which one he's referring to. Both incorrect, Scampers. Apologies. All right, the score going into final Jeopardy round. Jake, you have 1,500. Joey, you have 1,000, and Simon, you have 400.
I'm still in it because Joey's within striking range of Jake.
You are. Contestants, I'm going to tell you a category. You're going to write down your wager out of your allocated amount here. And then I'm going to give you a question. If you get it right, you will get those points, whatever points you wagered. If you get them wrong, you will lose those points. It's the only time you can lose points in this game. Your category is movie lines.
Okay,
Movie
I've
lines.
got my
It's
wager.
going to be a stupid Marvel movie, too. So I won't know it.
No, it's pronounced Mario, Joey, not
Mario Oval.
all right.
Mario
Did
Ovaltine.
you guys write it? Because I don't have paper, so I'm just gonna put it in the private chat.
That works.
All right, cool.
All right. Joey?
I put everything.
Everything. 20 from Simon. And Jake put 499. Joey had 1,000. And he put 1,000. 1,500, 499. All right. Or yeah, you just put 499. And then Simon, you wagered 20 out of your 400.
Also, Craig says he knows it's a trap. I just watched an episode of Adventure Time yesterday where they're like, we did such a good job avoiding that trap. And then they're like, man, but I bet it'd be really cool. We'd probably fight some gladiators. And that's Joey right now, like going like, it's a trap. I'm wagering it all.
No, I know it's which Marvel movie did this quote come from? And I slam my phone into the wall.
Well, here's your question. Which film ends with the line, frankly, my dear, I don't give a
I
damn?
know this.
Casablanca, The Godfather, Gone with the Wind, or Citizen Kane?
Pretty sure I know this one.
All right, I'm gonna type in the chat.
Arguably the worst film character of all time is in this movie.
Okay, I've got
Really?
mine.
Yes, like, and this person is like praised, and they are one of the most awful human beings.
All right. Contestants, you have your
I
guesses?
got my guess.
Boom.
All right, go ahead and reveal them. Simon, Gone with the Wind.
That's what mine says. I'm
And
gonna
then
start writing on paper.
And
I put
all Gone with the Wind. 3 Gone with the Winds. And that is absolutely correct.
Let's go.
So that means, Joey, you are going to win.
I know. Like some
Oh
math.
wow! I didn't even think of it. You just
'Cause
I went all
rug-pulled me.
in. I went all
By
in.
Yeah, you went all in.
You just rug
Oh,
pulled
I was like
me.
checking the numbers that I did it right. 499 wagered by Jake on 1,500 gives him 19.99. Joe, you wagered
And
all
I
1,000.
almost
so
went
you get
9.99 too. Wow.
That's
But-
crazy.
Wow, Joey, the last minute win.
Yeah. Pulled that
Well
out of my
done.
butt.
Yeah, my God, that's crazy. And just think, if I just did 400, I probably right.
If you would have done 501 or 500,
501. You're right. Yes, yes.
then you would have had it right there. You would have had him beat. But Joey's going to come out with the victory. Jake, ever so close. Maybe the closest defeat we've ever had in fantasy
One
football
point,
Jeopardy.
yeah.
We'll get, I bet Craig will be able to figure
Had
that
to
out.
be.
Jake, thank you so much for taking the time to come on and hang out with us today and play some Jeopardy.
Hey, this was a blast. I loved it. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Everybody
Thanks for coming.
watching, if you're not
Absolutely.
following Jake, go and fix that right now. He's on Twitter at JK and he dropped some knowledge on you today. So if that wasn't enough convincing,
Thanks.
we're going to ask you one more time. Go and give him a follow over there. That is going to be it for us today, though. We'll be back tomorrow and every day, Monday through Friday, from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow afternoon. Dustin lost $1 and I lost the button that ends this show. So we're going to stall until that happens, but we'll see you guys on another.
Bye-bye.
The door swings open and it's like a fire outside, and then like Clark Gable kills.